Hey everyone, Classic Tabletop RPG Friday. It is here and we are going to get into it right now. Welcome aboard everyone, greenies, returnees, leaks. Welcome everyone to RPG Elite. This is the place, folks, right here. This is where we put the RP back into RPG, and we do this by giving you tools, tips, and tutorials and real talk about the RPG space. And why do we do all of this? Simple. To make your RPG experience more immersive and enjoyable. Thank you for stopping by the channel today. Before we get into the video, I want to turn your attention over to, you guessed it, the community tab, because I'm going to announce what this image was for our Classic Tabletop RPG Image of the Week. And we didn't get a whole lot of people involved on this. And even those who we did get involved on this, I gotcha. I gotcha. I knew I was going to. Somebody said this was villains and vigilantes, and I just knew somebody was going to guess that. I knew that at least one person was going to guess that. It is not villains and vigilantes, but it's from the 1983 contemporary adventure tabletop RPG, which you can play solo or with a group, by the way. So I'm thinking about maybe doing it solo and doing like a live stream playing it solo. Don't know. Something for the future. But this was from Mercenary Spies and Private Eyes from Flying Buffalo Incorporated. You didn't know about that one, did you? That one kind of flew under the radar. Not to worry, folks. Got another Classic Tabletop RPG Image of the Week coming on Monday. So start getting ready for it, because I got you this week and I'm probably going to get you next week. But we shall see. Today we do have a product highlight, and this one makes all kinds of sense because our product highlight today is Gamma World 3rd edition. Right after we get into the product highlight, we are going to move right into our video of the week with Gamma World 3rd edition robots. I'll see you on the other side. Our product highlight today is Gamma World 3rd edition, a classic science fantasy tabletop RPG about a post-apocalyptic world where the past has brought about the evolution of mutants of all stripes, animals, humanoids, and plants alike, with extraordinary powers and technology that seems like magic. Designed by James M. Ward and released in 1986, this edition comes with the best cover art by Keith Parkinson out of all 7 editions. You've got to love this drawing. It went for more streamlined gameplay with the introduction of the action table, which is what makes this edition unique out of all the editions. The mechanics and options were more robust than the previous editions, and though known for some editorial mistakes and organizational faux pas, if you've seen my videos, you know what I'm talking about, they made up for it by including a rules supplement in later printings of the game. The GM screen includes a cornucopia of options, and the box set has a fold-out regional map of the new post-apocalyptic United States, as well as the city Pittsburgh. In addition, a system was set up where PCs can actually advance their abilities, unlike the previous editions. Go over to DriveThruRPG and pick up a PDF copy or the box set or both. Just click on any of the 3 affiliate links down in the description below to begin your new adventure in the weird, enigmatic Gamma World. Robots in Gamma World 3rd edition are very similar to robots in Gamma World 2nd edition and 1st edition for that matter. There is a genuine progression with each edition, so I'm not going to rehash what I've already done in previous videos. And if you're interested in finding out about the major details that we've already covered, I recommend watching those videos 1 and 2 in this series. These are the thumbnails right here, and you can find them on my channel. And I'm going to also link the playlist down in the description below. So that being the case, what I'm going to do here in this video is focus on those things that are different in 3rd edition when it comes to robots. There are some similarities and differences when it comes to the different types of robots. In general, Gamma World 3rd edition categorizes robots in one of 3 types: artificial life, artificial intelligence, and programmed machines. Artificial life includes things like cyborgs and androids. These types of robots are made of organic, human-type components. Some have organic brains, while others have real skin, which makes it nearly impossible to tell the difference between them and a real human. The difference is they have the strength of machines and can calculate things much faster. They often consider themselves superior to real humans and have formed a cryptic alliance called the Created. Now, if you're not familiar with who they are, go ahead and watch my series on cryptic alliances in the Gamma World playlist, and here is the thumbnail right here. Artificial intelligences are machines with the capability to analyze, adapt, reason, and learn to a certain degree. They understand how to interpret a human's actions, and they know how to respond to their verbalized desires. However, they cannot go outside of their programming, which can be a benefit or a hindrance to those who encounter them. These machines are programmed with a specific purpose. They do not have the capability to learn and simply perform their program function in the manner in which they were built. Now, I mentioned this briefly in a previous video in this series, but it bears repeating because of things that have been included in Gamma World 3rd edition. Now, most robots are immune to things which affect humans negatively. For example, biogenics, vacuum, knockout gases, poison, pain, and disease. However, if a robot has organic parts, those parts can be affected depending on the stimulus being used. When we looked at robots in Gamma World 2nd edition, we focused on the different aspects that make up a robot. Things like type, hit dice, and speed. Those things are all the same, but there's some additional information included in Gamma World 3rd edition. So I'm just going to go over the things that have been added in those different aspects. Cyborgs are considered to have organic brains in Gamma World 3rd edition. Therefore, they have independent thinking capabilities. That means they will only respond to the proper ID and take orders 25% of the time. So the rest of the time, they will act according to their own whims. It's a crapshoot to try to get them to do something with just a stage ID. There have been 5 additional sensors added to the list from Gamma World 2nd edition. This is for feeling, and they have 3 times the human standards: touch or smell or taste, even an electronic aura. This stands for radar or sonar, and this allows the robot to detect objects by the use of either electromagnetic or sound waves. This allows the robot to communicate or listen in on communications which use radio waves, and it also allows them to interface with other units to understand digital programming language if broadcasted or through a direct link hookup by plugging into the unit. This works the same as the mutation magnetic control, but it is by feeling only. So the robot has to touch their target in order to have any kind of magnetic control over it. This allows the robot to sense vibrations traveling through things like the ground or walls, and again, this is by touch only. There has been one additional power source added to the list. So if you remember in Gamma World 2nd Edition, we had nuclear energy cells. Now the main difference between an atomic and nuclear energy cell is that atomic cells get their energy from the existing elements in atoms. We're talking about protons, electrons, neutrons that are already in the cell, while nuclear cells get theirs from the process of a nuclear reaction like fission or fusion. There's only one under this one, and it's called the program rating, and this is used instead of intelligence and is also considered the morale for the robot. It can be represented as the number of program responses that the robot has in its memory. It's used to determine how they will react only if the robot in question is a program machine or an artificial intelligence. There are 3 additional modes of robot movement that have been added in 3rd edition. Now these are huge fans that normally circulate under the robot to give it mobility right above the ground. Well, this is self-explanatory. I mean, if you don't know what wheels are, I can't help you. This is like a helicopter that uses propellers to fly. And so those are the differences in 3rd edition in reference to robots. Sometimes I just love it when things are simple. Simplicity makes my job a whole lot easier. Gamma World 3rd edition, folks. So if you enjoyed the video today, go ahead and give me some YouTube algorithm love, y'all. Hit that like button. And also, if you go through and you like some of the other videos on the channel and you're thinking, yo, I like what this dude is doing, let me help a brother out, go ahead, hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. I come out with videos every Tuesday and Friday. And I'm going to be doing this for the long term, y'all, God willing. That will wrap it up for me this week. Next week will be our last video in this series, Gamma World 4th edition. Robots, God willing, of course, God willing. So brother has got to
exit stage left.
And if you've got a game this weekend, I don't have one this weekend, had one last weekend, went fantastic, and I hope yours go fantastic this weekend. If you got one, happy gaming. So until Tuesday, God willing, my brother's going to catch you on the flip. Peace. No hair grease. I'm just gone.